Well, hi YouTubers, it is 1:30 in the morning, but I had to do this little mini critique review about Samurai Jack. Now, I love Samurai Jack, always have. It's been off the air for like, God, 13 years, but I always loved it. First episode I ever saw was quite funny. I love the Powerpuff Girls too, and when I first saw it, I was like, is Professor Utonium having a dream? And then turned out, no, it was a show called Samurai Jack, created by the same team, Gandhi Tatoitsky, and I fell in love with the show, and I've actually watched all of them. So Samurai Jack is back. Okay, first of all, this is like the hero's quest. When the hero's quest does not go the way it should, it is 50 years in the future from the last episode. However, Jack, due to time problems, some mystical reason, it's in the opening thing, he doesn't age. He still looks 20. Well, I think I was put his age down as 21 anyway. He doesn't age. He has had to sit there in the future, okay, and watch everyone he's ever cared about probably age, die, move on. Scotsman, we don't know. I mean, hopefully Scotsman will be in this somehow, but everyone he knows is age, and he's stuck. He is, oh, some moderate spoilers here. He has lost his sword. He lost it down like a shaft, magical shaft. He has lost everything he ever held important, and he's kind of lost himself. He is emotionally and physically traumatized. The animation in this is stunning. It's so much like the original series, but they show a bit more darkness. It opens where like these two beings, they communicate like telepathically with little things on their heads, and Samurai Jack comes in on a motorbike, Mad Max style, dressed in kind of like a traditional samurai warrior from back in the times. Okay, a bit more kabuki theatre though, if you will. And it rips him all to shreds. He's like his sword. He has a gun. He has lost all hope of who he used to be. I mean, Jack, even in the original series, he dark moments, but he always was true to himself. Samurai Jack is lost. He's lost in his time, and he's lost to himself. He also further on gets to the point where he's abandoning people who need him. Okay, and he's having some severe emotional trauma relating to his family. And one thing I did notice was it kind of brought in the kind of Judeo-Christian concepts of heaven and hell, if you will, especially hell and purgatory, burning in the eternal flames. He sees his father literally crucified, saying, "Why didn't you help us?" which is very Judeo-Christian and kind of is very shocking. Further on, we actually see dead bodies. I mean, this is Samurai Jack. You never saw that. The beauty of Samurai Jack was that Samurai Jack could kill robots, because obviously their robots aren't human, and so it was the blood, the oil was the metaphor for the blood, if you will. Okay, that's symbolism there. But we never physically saw a dead body. We did not by him, by a villain, okay, called Scaramouche, who has a magical flute and kind of taunts Jack quite effortlessly. Okay, so that's the world Jack is in. He is emotionally lost to himself. He's having some severe emotional trauma. So it's a character that we loved, a character who was always kind of optimist no matter what, who used to, once Kaji said, about a coup, "You're really starting to annoy me." To see him so lost and broken is actually quite heartbreaking, but it's kind of very, very realistic too about war trauma, if you will. Okay. Secondly, so it's nice seeing him back, but as we the audience have grown up, so Samurai Jack, and now with it being on Adult Swim, or Fox Network over here, they can push it into a darker direction. They can show blood and gore, and they can keep it in the constraints of the show, but they can move upwards, if you will, because the fans who watch this, it period at midnight, for God's sake, we're no longer children, okay? And now a coup. Now this is twisted, okay? Samurai Jack is lost, but so is a coup. Now, I did make a note of his name, okay? Greg Baldwin has taken over Marco's duties as a coup, because Marco died a few years ago. Greg Baldwin filled in for Uncle Iroh in the last season of Avatar the Last Airbender, and General Iroh was actually one of the best things in Avatar the Last Airbender. So we don't even see a coup. Essentially, a coup has kind of been also missing. And in his place, kind of like the Jedi, if you will. You know how between episodes 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, there's kind of like this cult have appeared of like the Jedi, the force is with me, in a more darkest way. There's kind of like this cult called the Daughters of a Coup, okay, the servants of a coup, and women who give birth to these, well, one woman, and this is shocking, okay, at a shrine to a coup, gives birth to sextuplets, okay, sextuplets, and this woman who you don't even see her face, she's just a member of the cult, and it's mentioned we tried in the past and failed. I'm like, oh my god, how many times have you done this? Which is a big horrifying question mark. These 7 children, women, have been brought up with one mission in mind, that's to kill a coup. Sorry, that's to kill Samurai Jack, and then worship at the altar of a coup. Okay, that was a little slip there, because naturally trying to establish a lot of people within 20 minutes is difficult. Well, the leader is a woman called XCII, who is the leader of the Daughters of a Coup. And her montage sequence of them training is kind of similar to Jack's and his, but in a bit more of a dark, twisted way, where don't show emotion, don't show pain. Maybe like the Jedi's train, if you will, but I think the Jedi are evil. But it's kind of like in parallel to Jack's training. It's just like a dark, twisted version. But we've only met one of them so far, a woman called XCII, who isn't actually the leader. Okay, and I think this is just my opinion, is that she is she's stoic, she's strong, she's very passionate. She's a perfect kind of parallel to Jack and his journey. We've only focused on the one so far, so I think that her and Jack are gonna obviously meet up, and you know, she kills him or he kills her, or they get their humanity, and hopefully Jack will get his sword back, because it's weird. Seeing Samurai Jack without his sword is just weird. And also, the fact Jack is so lost. Now, I'm trying to look back to the original show, but it's been, God, almost 15 years. I remember Samurai Jack eating meat. I remember there was one episode where he sat there eating, like, from a bento box, of all things. It was, yeah. But the fact is, he will, you know, skewer a rat over fire and eat it. That's just really disconcerting. So Samurai Jack is broken, he's traumatized, he's having hallucinations, he's still got some post-traumatic stress syndrome, but at the same time, Phil Lamar is back as Jack. Now, Phil Lamar is nailing this. He's so comfortably into his role as Jack. He brings the same kind of pathos, the same kind of attitude, and he brings Jack back, as he will. Now, a coup, however, is never seen, though he's kind of mentioned on the phone. They have mobile phones now, okay? He's mentioned this guy Scammer who talks to him briefly on the phone. So we hear his voice, so he's definitely still there. But why he's in hiding, or why he's only shown himself to a few select people, we don't know. But it's, I've got to admit, Greg McLean did a bang-up job as stepping in for a coup, since Marco is no longer with us. So, positives. It's back, it's slick, the animation is it's spot on for what it is. It's not too high tech now, it's still the same kind of style, if you will. It's just bumped up to 11. So I'm giving this episode my full respect, full dues, and I cannot wait until episode 2. So thanks for watching, YouTubers. I'm very, very pleased to see that Samurai Jack is back, and hopefully one day, obviously Jack isn't his, it says it's my thing, okay? Jack is not his real name. It's only when he arrived in the future, someone called him Jack and the name stuck. I like to actually see his name being mentioned, because my money, it's on a Chiro. Samurai Jack's name is a Chiro. That's just me. So thanks for watching, YouTubers. Good morning, by the way, and sign off and take care. Bye now.